My name is Gabby.
And I'm Adriana.
And we are excited to go on a virtual walking and rolling adventure with you to learn about pedestrian safety on the street. Before we get started, get yourself to a place with a little bit of space, about an arm's length or 6 feet for safe social distance. In a moment, we will stand up and move together. Great! Now that we are set up, please hop out of your chair and onto your feet or in a position where you can do some movement with safe social distance. I am going to say 3 things, and I want you to do a jumping jack after each one if you agree. 1, I like to play outside. 2, I like to roll to the park. Rolling can mean biking, using a wheelchair, or scooting, for example. I walk or roll to school. Great! Doing those things is a great exercise for our body and our mind. It also helps us sleep better and feel better about ourselves. Walking or rolling outside is also a great way to connect with friends or families. And that is good for our mental health, even if you have to be 6 feet apart for social distance.
And yes, walking and rolling can protect our planet. We are not polluting the air when we roll and walk, and we can get anywhere close by. Plus, we are reducing traffic in our neighborhoods, which is safer for everyone.
Awesome. Let's learn some more about rolling and walking safely. I'll start off with some vocabulary. I will ask you questions, and I want you to tell me what you know. And it's okay if you don't know. We're here to learn together. Hey, Adriana, do you know what a pedestrian is?
I sure do. A pedestrian is someone who walks using their feet or special tools. Some people use special tools to walk, such as a wheelchair or crutches. Walk with us like a pedestrian.
What about a bicyclist?
Yes, a bicyclist is someone who uses a bike and pedals to ride. Let's ride like a bicyclist.
Here's another word. What about a vehicle?
A vehicle is something that you ride in or on to get to places.
Yes, vehicles are powered by motors, like cars, buses, or trucks, except bicycles. Bicycles are vehicles because they must follow the same traffic laws as cars, buses, or trucks. Let's pretend we're driving a car. Now let's learn about where we walk and roll. Can you tell me what a sidewalk is?
I sure can. A sidewalk is a path along the street or a road where pedestrians can walk safely. A sidewalk is the safest place for a pedestrian to walk on. Can you pretend you're walking on a sidewalk?
When it comes to a sidewalk, can you point out the edge of it? Point it out on your screen. The edge is not the street where the cars are in. It is where the street meets the sidewalk. Can you point to your toes and sway your arms as if you're at the edge of a sidewalk? Great. Now, can you tell me what is a crosswalk?
Yes, a crosswalk is a path on the street where pedestrians can walk from one end to the other safely. A crosswalk is the safest place where a pedestrian can get from one end to the other.
And remember, it's a crosswalk, not a cross run, because we walk across the street, we do not run. Let's pretend we're crossing the street. Can you look left, right, left? Do it with us. Left, right, left. Left, right, left. When we go to places we like, it is very possible we will have to cross the street. It is important to cross at the corners where cars can see us and there are less obstacles. Corners are even better, especially when there is a marked crosswalk. I use a rhyme to help me remember how to safely cross the street. We will first say it, and then I want you to do it with us.
Stop every time at the edge of the street. Use your head before your feet. Make sure you hear every sound. Look left, look right, look all around. Do it with us. Stop every time at the edge of the street. Use your head before your feet. Make sure you hear every sound. Look left, look right, look all around. Stop every time at the edge of the street. Use your head before your feet. Make sure you hear every sound. Look left, look right, look all around. When you're out walking and rolling, you will see different traffic signs. Traffic signs and signals tell us and other people on the street what to do to be safe and get to where we need to get. Can you give me an example of a traffic sign or signal? I bet you know a lot of traffic signs and signals that tell us pedestrians what to do. First, let's start with the pedestrian crossing signal. This signal tells us when it is okay to cross the street, but we have to make sure we look left and right before we cross. Walk with us. Next is a pedestrian countdown signal. Some count down while others have a red hand flashing. If you're crossing the street and you see this sign, continue walking. Walk with me. But if you see the sign and you're at the edge of the street, stop and wait. Last is a pedestrian stop signal. This signal tells us to stop and wait at the edge of the street and not cross the street.
You may be wondering about stop signs, red, yellow, and green lights. Those are important too. They are different from pedestrian signs as they tell drivers and vehicles what to do. Still, it's important for everyone to know what they mean. Even if you're walking, cycling, or driving, as it is important to know what the vehicles around us are going to do. First, can you tell me what this sign and this light have in common? Yes, they tell vehicles to stop. Let's pretend to be red lights using our arms and tell vehicles to stop. Stop, 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 stop. Yes, even as a pedestrian, when we are in a crosswalk and see a red light or a stop sign, it is important for us to stop. It is important for us to look at the vehicles and make sure they are stopping and seeing us. Next, do you know what a yellow light means? Yellow lights tell people to slow down, as the light is about to turn red and they will need to stop. Let's pretend to be yellow lights by moving our body in slow motion. Alright, you probably already know this. Do you know what a green light tells a driver to do? It tells people to go, but they still need to look around and make sure they know what other vehicles are doing. Can you pretend to be a green light and run in place with us? Alright, now let's review some important information we learned today. What do you call someone who walks or uses a wheelchair?
A pedestrian.
Yes, that's correct. Now, where do we stop before we cross the street?
At the edge of the street.
Correct again. Now, where do we look before we cross the street?
left, right, left, and all around.
Correct again. Now, why is it important that we walk often?
It's good for our bodies, our mind, and the environment.
Yes. Great work today.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Thank you and please be safe. Bye.